Welcome back into Daytime Alabama. The kids are getting back to school soon, so it's good to make sure that their eyes are in good health. Joining us right now is Dr. Jack Schaeffer of Schaeffer Eye Center, and this is extremely important, something that should be done every single year too, right?
Absolutely, and we're talking about back to school, so all you parents, the most important test to have, other than seeing your family practitioner make sure your health is good, is make sure your child can see.
I mean, truly, kids will go for months and struggle in school, and they don't realize all along it's because they can't see the whiteboard or the chalkboard, or right?
And they feel inferior. They feel something wrong because they don't want to say, "Oh, teacher, I want to move to the front row,"
right?
Because no one wants to sit on the front row.
So parents need to be the advocate for them.
Exactly. So the child sits in the back and just feels like this is what everybody sees. A child doesn't know they don't see if they've never seen before. We see eye exams all the time. Children come in, they cannot even see the large E, and no one knew. And how bad do you feel as a parent?
Right.
So the key is first, if your child's going in the kindergarten or the first grade, they have to have a full eye exam.
Okay.
Now we have something called infancy also. We see children that are infants, but it's so important that before they start school, that make sure their eyes are good, and you have to do it every year because each year that child's eyes change so much.
And by the way, glasses are cool. And kids will tell you that nowadays, especially with the styles you have. What are we looking at here?
So, you know, what I'm showing you here, this is the OptiMap. This is one of the many pieces of equipment we have at Schaeffer Eye Center. A child's eye exam is not just about seeing, it's about health. And with this test, we can take a picture of the entire retina. That's what you're seeing here. So this is without dilating the eye, although with all children, I promise you we will dilate your child. If your child has an eye exam without dilation, they didn't have an eye exam.
Okay.
So because we have to know a lot of things after dilation, but this allows us to keep a record of the entire eye, and it is so important that's done. The second thing is once we find a child's not seeing well, we see them every 6 months because they will change. Now, a lot of you say, well, my child goes through a screening at school. A screening misses up to 33% of all issues. 1 in 3 children who go through screening are missed completely. That is not an eye exam. It's really a screening for those who can't afford or can't really get an eye exam.
Right.
So
and you have the proper equipment so that when you do the screening, you're getting the most accurate result combined with taking a look at something like this.
Right, well, this is not a screening when they come here. It's a comprehensive eye exam. It's a very different than a screening because the screening is usually done by nurses or students. Sometimes there's a doctor on staff helping, but like I said, a 33% failure rate in screening. So, you know, screenings are really not a way to do an eye exam. And again, we know today, if your child's wearing the perfect prescription, they have a less chance of getting more nearsighted. We're going to discuss that next week when we talk about contacts and retarding nearsightedness. But every 6 months, if they have a problem, make sure they have one at the beginning of every year if there is no problem, and make sure they're dilated, have a true comprehensive eye exam.
I imagine you've gotten great feedback from parents or kids through something like this.
Nothing is more important to all of us. We have 21 doctors, and we go home and you look in the mirror and say, wow, there's 2 children that are going to probably succeed in school because of what we did today. And that's every day. And that, you know, that at the Doctors at Schaeffer Eye Center, we really love our families, we love our kids, and I'm talking about our patients because they are our families. And we're happy to see yours.
Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to continue this track talking about back to school. So thank you so much, Dr. Jack Schaeffer. Again, 15 locations around the Birmingham area throughout Alabama, right?
Yes, and maybe you and I will go back to school. I didn't do any kind of procedure on you today. I feel so sorry, guys. And after back to school, we will get to that.
Stay with us. Daytime Alabama continues in just a moment.